Hey, and today my name's Lave. I watched Deadpool and now I'm going to tell you what I thought about it. Okay, so here's what I knew about Deadpool prior to seeing this film. I knew he's a cult favourite amongst the Marvel fans. He's an anti-hero superhero. I know that he's meta in that he self-references himself. He knows that he's a comic book character and he breaks the fourth wall in that he talks to his viewers directly. Brilliant. And I know that they completely messed his character up in X-Men Origins Wolverine. So I don't know the character inside and out, but I know that I wanted this film to do three things. I wanted it to be funny, I wanted it to be meta, and I wanted it to be over-the-top violent. OMG, it's fucking funny, it's fucking meta, and it's fucking over-the-top violent. I had an absolute blast with this film. So Deadpool is directed by first-time director Tim Miller. Really? First-time director? Fair play. Ryan Reynolds reprises his role as Wade Wilson in a role that he's born to play. He's wanted to make this film for a long time and you can tell he's relished every moment of it. He's absolutely brilliant as Deadpool. So Wade Wilson is an ex-Special Forces guy turned mercenary who falls in love with a prostitute called Vanessa, played by Homeland's Marina Baccarin. I really bought their relationship. It never felt cheesy. They both have troubled pasts. They're both really sarcastic and they're both mouthy and can give as good as they get. Everything's all hunky-dory, but then Wade finds out that he's got cancer. But then he receives help from a Men in Black shady government organisation type dude. And he gets offered to go on this special government program. I don't think it's ever referred to as the Weapon X program. They basically use mutant DNA experimentation on him. There's loads of other people being experimented on too, and I really liked how the results are different for each person. It really depends on the DNA. So Wade gets super healing and I guess super agility from his process. But unfortunately the cancer mutates with it as well, meaning that he looks like
the inside of other people's assholes.
Exactly. He then finds out that the people experimenting on him have ulterior motives, so then it becomes a revenge flick. Plot-wise, yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing mind-blowing, but just right for what it is. But they've been really smart with how they've constructed it and put it all together. Thinking about it, there's only really two big set pieces in the film, but they've wisely split up the first and second act by telling it in a non-linear fashion. And there isn't really a dull moment. From the opening credits, I was laughing. The dialogue and the action is fast, funny, expertly crafted. They've used CGI sparingly but effectively. As is the case with many superhero films, the villains are a little underdeveloped. Ed Skrein plays Ajax and I would have liked to have seen more of Gina Carano's Angel. But that's fine because this is Deadpool's movie. I think the most interesting thing about this movie is that it does tie in with the X-Men universe. I really like Colossus and Brianna Hildebrand's Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I really like Colossus and Brianna Hildebrand's Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Brilliant. In fact, before I tell you about one of my favourite jokes in the film, I'm going to give you a spoiler warning because I don't want to ruin the joke for you. If you don't want to hear it, turn the volume down or skip the video. What I'm going to do is put a spoiler warning up here. When this disappears, you're okay to come back. So towards the end of the film, Deadpool has to ask for Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead's help. And he goes to Xavier's mansion and knocks on the door and they answer. And when he asks them, he says something along the lines of, this is a big house and there's only two of you in here. The studio couldn't afford the rights to the rest of the films. I absolutely burst out laughing. It was so funny. Brilliantly done. Okay, spoiler talk over, welcome back. So yeah, one of my worries was how they were going to tie it in with the X-Men franchise, but it absolutely worked. I'd love to see them take it further and do some more crossovers there. That would be fantastic. 20th Century Fox must be like, yes, we did it. Yes. So that's my thoughts on Deadpool, and pause the video now if you want to check out my enjoyment tracker. I had an absolute blast with it and I actually would go and see it again because it all moves quite quickly and I'm sure there's things that I missed. It's certainly not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but that's the point of it. I love that they've released this at Valentine's Day. It's the perfect antidote to the sappy romance film. Thanks very much for watching. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Either way, tell me in the comments. Show me the chimichangas. Subscribe.